Have you ever wondered how an average-looking guy ends up with a beautiful, fun, intelligent woman? It always begins before any words are exchanged. Stay tuned until the end of the video to understand how you can improve your chances of attracting the woman of your dreams. Remember, all of my tips require you to practice, evaluate your results, and make adjustments based on your feedback. The Greeting the Girlfriend method builds confidence over time, not overnight. Let's dig in. What I have found is that once I mastered confident eye contact, I noticed it was super powerful. So you want to use this cautiously. It's going to feel really awkward to hold eye contact for even a second longer than you normally would, especially with an attractive woman, but that's what makes all the difference in the world, because 9 out of 10 guys just won't do it. Timing is really going to be crucial. You know, I recall one scenario where I walked into a bar, and as usual, I quickly scanned to see who was sitting around the bar. I noticed an attractive woman sitting at the other end of the bar, so I made my way over there, passing a number of bar stools which I could have sat at, but I decided to move on. As I approached her, I timed our eye contact, knowing she was likely to be looking at me. As I got closer to where she was sitting, I smiled, held eye contact for a second longer than I normally would. She finally smiled and turned her head away towards the bar. I ordered a drink. I began joking around with the bartender about whatever was on TV, and when the bartender responded to what I said, the woman that I was sitting next to replied to the bartender's comment. In doing so, she included herself in the conversation, and once she did that, she gave me indirect permission to engage in conversation with her, which essentially was my invitation to speak with her, and so I did. You will have to overcome the psychological barrier that comes from being taught not to stare. Holding eye contact for a second longer than normal will feel like staring at first, like you shouldn't be doing it, but it will really set you apart from other guys. If you practice it consistently, you will start to get nonverbal feedback like a smile, and if you respond with nonverbal feedback often enough, you'll actually get verbal feedback as well. All you should be shooting for here is a hi. That's her initiating conversation with you, and that could be the beginning of a relationship that gives you the opportunity to show and feel loved. By the way, my name is Kirk. Today's video is brought to you by Greeting to Girlfriend. Greeting to Girlfriend helps you attract more women without saying a word. Click the link in the description to find out how we can help you boost your confidence through fitness, fashion, and finesse. Let's keep going. First, start practicing your eye contact with people who you don't find very attractive or intimidating. You can start with an older woman, a woman who you don't find very attractive, or even a guy. Find something that you can compliment them about. Think of a how, what, or why question about whatever you're going to compliment them on, and don't ask a question that's going to end up with a one-word answer. For example, where'd you get that shirt is likely to end up in a one-word response, as opposed to asking something like, how did you end up being a Buffalo Bills fan? Now, my channel focuses on the nonverbal communication that happens before anything is ever said. However, in order for you to be in a long-term committed relationship with someone who brings you peace and contentment, you're going to have to say something at some point. And my job is to help you feel the confidence to initiate that conversation, or for that conversation to be initiated with you. Next, you want to establish eye contact on your terms, ideally timing it perfectly so it ends up feeling very natural. You want to establish eye contact immediately. For example, if you're at the gas station and a woman's driving up next to you to stop at the pump across from you, you want to position yourself so that way you can make eye contact when she exits the vehicle or when she's pumping gas. And in that case, you want to hold eye contact for 3 to 4 seconds maximum to establish a connection. You want to hold that eye contact long enough that you notice the color of her eyes if she was standing right in front of you. If you like, wink to be playful or give her a wave. When you're breaking eye contact, it's best if you look to the side as opposed to looking down. Ideally though, you want to break eye contact with a smile if you can, or a downward nod for acknowledgement, or even an upward nod to show interest and admiration. Next, let's talk about the 50-70 rule when maintaining eye contact. According to Sharon Saylor in her book, What Your Body Says and How to Master the Message, the appropriate amount of eye contact should be a series of long glances instead of intense stares. meaning when you're speaking, 50% of the time you should be making eye contact with her, and when you're listening, 70% of the time your eye contact should be constant. Looking up when you're thinking of what to say next is the best move. It makes you appear introspective and thoughtful as opposed to looking down, which may make you appear to be less confident. Lastly, have you heard of the triangle gaze? That's when you look anywhere between her eyes and her mouth. And that is the triangle where you want to keep your eyes when you're engaged in a conversation with her. I personally like looking at her mouth and then back at her eyes. So 1, she knows I was looking at her eyes. 2, she knows I'm interested in what she's saying. And 3, that I like what I see. Right now, I'm preparing to launch a workshop where I'll share my 3-pillar approach to attracting women through fitness, fashion, and finesse. This is the Greeting the Girlfriend method. I need your help to understand what's holding you back from initiating a conversation with an attractive woman. Is it fear of rejection? What are you doing to overcome this fear? Are you using dating apps? If so, which ones? Are you reading any books or articles about dating? What are you searching for online? Have you tried a dating coach? If yes, how'd it go? If not, why not? Click the link in the description to set up a consultation with me. This is not a sales call. I have nothing to sell to you. I just want to understand how I can help. You can also take our Silent Seduction Quiz that's linked down below to better understand how well you're doing with your nonverbal attractiveness, or to see what you need the most help with. Is it fitness, fashion, or finesse? Thanks for watching.